Okay, welcome again. So now here is the Blue Rockets. And as we were showing you before, the Rocket Cash Cycler hybrid system has a very unique 2x3 going into a 2x2, which pays out very high numbers. You make $5,000 residually over and over again. Now if it's done in a team build like we have a proprietary build inside the Rocket Cash Cycler system, where we have a system where people are not going to be linked by two people, but certainly one by one. And it's a daisy link system where everybody is turned blue. Blue means that just one person is linked to you. And as you see later in this PowerPoint, if you have two people linked to you, you're red, and if you have no one linked to you, you're green. Now we have two teams that are working this on the outside with main boards that then feed into a clone board. And that's our proprietary system, because in the clone board we need only 3 boards to break to make the flow go faster. So let's go and let's show you how the clone board portion of this works and how it actually makes sure that everyone will get to the 5,000 and then 10,000, even 25,000 residually every 2-3 months. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the way the clone board works and the different systems that we have in place for our team. First of all, there's 2 groups, 2 teams. One's called the partner group. We have a main build on the outside of the clone board, and the other group is called the SM group. And that's the 2 teams. These are 2 leaders that have their downlines there. And then when they fill their boards on the bottom 8 line, the person on the top of that board, when he comes out, he will go to a 2x2 where he gets to be paid $5,000, 1,000 at a time. And I will show you how that works in a minute. Now, once the person comes out of the 2x3, he will then go and creates also an E-pin and $300. Now, in our team build, no one places themselves. We have admin that will place you into the system, into the clone board, and also into the main boards. So we control the flow, left to right, make sure everybody is daisy linked. And basically, we turn everyone blue. That's why we are called the Blue Rockets. Now here's the clone board portion of it. As you can see, there's 3 boards on the bottom. Partner group on the left, the SM group on the right. They're the main builds. They're outside of the clone board. And the first thing that happens before the cycle starts, the last clone board, when it broke, there's 2 pins coming out. An E-pin is an electronic pin that we get when we come out of the boards on top. You get an E-pin plus $300, and $300 turns into a second E-pin. So there we go. 2 E-pins come in into this clone board. Clone board basically means no one goes in there straight, everyone comes in from the main boards. Now the first board that is going to come in with someone is over here, the partner group side in this scenario, and the person on top brings in 2 E-pins from which he got when he cycled on the bottom, with the bottom 8 being filled. Once these 2 E-pins are placed into the clone board, there is also going to be a $1,000 payment made to the person that's on the clone board 2x2, which is up there. It's a 2x2 small matrix, and if you're on top of that matrix, you start collecting 1,000 at a time for the first 3 position, and then the 4th position gives you 2,000. So this clone board is being filled by the outside boards, the main board, and at the same time the main boards also have their own 2x2, which the person on top goes straight up into it, and he will then be placed on that main board 2x2 at the bottom and pay someone $1,000. So these actions, the way we have it set up, are simultaneously happening. So we're looking at the clone boards right now at this point in time. In a couple of slides from now, I'm going to show you both the main board and the clone board and how it interacts physically, real time. So now let's see what the SM group has done. The SM group has broken another board. So we break about 2-3 boards a day now. So here we go. Another board is broken. The person in a pay position comes into the clone board with 2 new E-pins to fill in positions number 5 and 6. As you can see, when you come in with 2 positions at a time, it fills very quickly. It's like if you have 2 kids on a beach with a bucket in the middle. It's much faster if they throw in 2 pebbles at a time or stones to fill that bucket than filling in only with 1 at a time. And now another 1,000 is actually paid out to the person on the clone board 2x2. That makes it 2. Now the third board is coming into play. And the third board is either a partner group board or a SM group board. Every day we work on these boards and we break them. And every day, because of all the marketing we do, there's more and more flow. So now when the 7 and 8 position is done, there is also another $1,000 generated that is being brought up to the clone board, to the top person on that board. The last thing that happens is the pay position of the clone board is also going to come out and pay, $2,000 to the person on the top of the clone board 2x2. Now, how is that possible? Well, 8 positions, and each position is worth $300 on the bottom of any board. So that's $2,400. $1,800 of that will be paid out to Rocket Cash Cycler. And to be used to go into the 2x2. The other $600 is the two new positions, the $300 for cash and the E-pin, which we turn in our proprietary build turn into 2 E-pins. At this point in time, we need more positions. We need not to take profit. The profit will come. It's just a matter of time. It's not if you're going to get there, it's just when. So in other words, really 94% of the money is paid out. But there's still profit for Rocket Cash Cycler because when you're looking at $1,800 to come into the 2x2 times 4, that's $6,400. And they only pay out $5,000, so there's a $1,400 profit for Rocket Cash Cycler. Now let's continue. So they came in and they paid $1,000 to the top person on the 2x2 on the clone side, another 1,000, and another 1,000, and at the end, the fourth position, 2,000. That basically means we now have been paid out $5,000. Not a bad payday. And we say that you are going to get in the main boards and the clone boards to the $5,000 within around 60 plus days. It is enough if you're going to get there. It is just a matter of when. That's the beauty of this, because it is simply built in such a way where we control it. You don't place anyone. You don't make you red. Red means you have 2 people linked to you. Blue means 1. And green means you're activated but no one there yet. So we make sure everybody stays blue. Sometimes you see a red on top because we link someone else through the top. However, as far as we are concerned, we call it the Blue Rockets just because we make sure everybody is linked and we make sure everybody follows each other. No one is left behind. So the last thing that happens here now is that there's another couple of pins coming out from the pay position of the present clone board to the next clone board, and that's how it starts. That's the full cycle. So let's think about this for a minute. You have a main board called the partner group. One position that's worth $5,000 will have its own 2x2 above, straight up above the partner group. But we take 2 E-pins and we go into a clone board, another board. And those 2 E-pins is also $5,000 each, so that's $15,000. And then when you come out the top of the clone board, you get 2 more positions that you come back in on the bottom, where it says next clone board, 2 new positions come in. So that's now a total of 5 positions. Well, 5 times 5, ladies and gentlemen, is $25,000. Wouldn't be bad if for a $335 investment you make $25,000 within 3 to 6 months. And it will be residual because it will continually grow. So that's the clone board scenario. Now let me show you how the actual Blue Rocket system works and how it works and why is it so proprietary. Why is it so unusual that we can do this? First of all, it does not take 2 people to be paid out of a 2x3. You can be green, you can be blue, you can be red, and you come out of the 2x3. You will always get an E-pin, and you always get $300. In our system, you have to sign to the fact that you are giving us the $300, and we take 2 E-pins and make you two more rockets in the clone board. Why wouldn't you want to do that? That's another $10,000 coming to you. So let's look what happens. We basically link you left to right. We go up one link into the next, into the next, into the next, and then the last one is green because there's no one to link to. The board's finished. Now the board will split. And the way it splits is simple. In the middle, left goes left, right goes right. And then we continue linking through that green rocket over here on our new board. And we also will link to the blue rockets, except the first one we'll put through the top person and turn him red. Meaning 2 people, so there's a new line created. And then the person that was on top of this board will now go to the 2x2. So that's how it works. Now let's look at a live scenario. Here is a scenario that happened just recently with us, where we had a main board, which is called the queue. This is, for example, on the partner group side. If you imagine this now, the same thing would happen on the outside of the screen on the other side with the SM group, because the same thing's happening there. But we'll just have room here to show you the partner group and the clone board next to each other. And this is live. This what happened simply about 4 days ago. We took the screenshot before the queue was broken. And as you see above, you see Cybercash, Live Free, Keith Jacobs, Lori Jacobs, Brooke Jacobs, and Dr. Now. Dr. Now is a team member of ours, and Cybercash is a team member of ours. And actually Schumann is also, he's the upline of Cybercash. Now, the queue was been worked, and on the bottom, as you can see, there's 3 greens, and we simply daisy chained the bottom, one by the next, and there's actually the 4th position in the 2x2. We daisy chained them, and we started turning them blue, bringing new people in. Once the last person came in, the queue would then go up, and it would go into the position that's open. Now, as you can see, there's 3 people there already, which is Lori Jacobs, Brooke Jacobs, and Dr. Now. So those 3 already had paid $1,000 each to Cybercash on top. So Cybercash already got $3,000. Now the first $2,000 was from a while ago. We just started this proprietary team build about 3.5 weeks ago, and the third $1,000, which is Dr. Now, was the first person from the team build that came up and paid Cybercash $1,000. Now look what happened. The queue moved up and went into position 4. Now this is the main board 2x2. And that meant that the queue paid out $2,000 to Cybercash. So literally, the queue just received $5,000 in total, 3 of which was in the last 3 weeks. Now on the right hand side, I'm going to show you the clone boards, because naturally when the people come out of the main board, they go into clone board with 2 people at a time. So the clone board is a separate board that we created, which is filled from the main boards. Every time a main board breaks, like the queue, there's 2 new position created over on the clone board and actually fill the bottom of the clone board. And there's also a 2x2 above this. So here again, on the left you have the main board with Cybercash on top. On the right you have a clone board with Cybercash 2 on board. Anything with the 2 behind is a clone, meaning it's a separate board that was created by people being filled in 2x2. It's pretty exciting because we only need 3 boards to fill a clone board, because the first thing that happens is you have 2 people. That's how a clone board starts right now. SM Group, first thing that happens from the last clone board, there's 2 positions come in and they become blue at the bottom, and everybody else is blue, as you can see. Now as you fill this, again it goes daisy chain left to right. And then when the last one comes in, it will then take SM Group 2 and bring it up. However, there was already Shotzi up there, Anointed up there, and Soso up there, which had paid before 1,000 and another 1,000 another 1,000 to whom? To Cybercash 2. Who's Cybercash 2? Same person as Cybercash. So already now he's at $6,000 by our proprietary build. 6K. Now, the last person that comes up is SM Group. And SM Group 2 will fill that spot on the bottom and goes over here and brings 2 more thousand to SM Group. To Cybercash 2. So now in total it's another 5,000 to the same person, only his second position. There is 3 more positions coming after this, so there's another 15. But never mind that. Just look at this. And this all happened within about a week of each other. Total of $8,000 within a week of each other, but it really took about 3 weeks for that to happen. Not a bad payday to get that in 3 weeks. However, the first 2 were created about 60 days before that, so you can see it does take, the long part is the 2x3, but it's not if you're going to get to the money, ladies and gentlemen. It is just when. And how can you ever hear an investment of $335, which has audiobooks that are worth over $2,000, which is called a financial freedom package, that we build with many different ways, including word of mouth and so on. And as you will see, many other ways that we're going to be able to build this. It is becoming fluent. It's getting exciting. People are joining, and people can see the vision. And a person like Cybercash 2, who made $10,000, he reinvested in 5 more positions. Why do you think that is? Because every position is worth actually 5 plus 5 plus 3 more 5, so 25,000. Numbers are actually quite exciting. So let's have a look how much money that it was made. Actually, just to let you know, in the last 3 weeks, the Blue Group was paid out by Rocket Cash Cycler $30,000 in total so far. So we just started this about 3.5 weeks ago, and we've already paid out to our members $35,000. This here is what happened to Cybercash and Cybercash 2. 10K in total. Exciting stuff. Now all positions are daisy linked, and they are chained and turn blue to each other. It's one direct only, not 2. Less boards to cover. The 2 groups are the partner group, leaders, Wendy and Willie, and on the right side, Steve with the SM group. They all do the same on both sides. They break boards and bring 2 new E-pens into the clone board and bus boards and fill up, and everybody is linked, and we go from one board to the next to cover it. It's not if you're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen, it is just when. We have professional marketing systems to build the boards. Now, the Blue Rocket business plan. How do we cover this rapid growth? The 2 teams in the Blue Rockets are the partner group on the left, the FSM group on the right, and all boards are filled according to our proprietary strategy. You have to even sign an email that with our rules. And the main rule is you don't place anyone. We place it. We collect the money, we get E-pins from Rocket Cash Cycler, and we place you one by one by one. We place the clone boards because we know which board we're going to go next, because there's a follow me order we have to follow to make sure that no one jumps anyone, that everyone goes in the direction of one goal, and that is to get to the money. Every time a board splits, that board disappears and 2 new boards are created, and that adds only 1 new board in our system. Now, how are we going to cover this? We are easily covering this by word of mouth, number 1, and it will go viral. And just wait till our search engine optimization is ready and social media optimization of the main websites. Then the partner group has an inbound calling system and professional closers. That gives us about 300 calls inbound from networkers, and we have closers who will then sell them the financial freedom packages. And it says it's passive. Well, it's really now sponsoring required, because we are going to make sure everyone is going to be turned blue. However, it's funny how once people see the actual system working, how quickly they're going to tell their friends and bring everybody in. And that's what seems to be happening now. The other group is the SM group. They have their own special personal professional marketing system with closers. And their team is very prolific on bringing people in. And then we have naturally the search engine optimization and social media optimization of the bluerockets.org, which is going to come. No point checking it now. It's not live yet. There's going to be hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of clicks. And we're going to be fantastic conversion on that. And members buying more positions from profit. It's up to you. There's no necessity of doing it. It just makes sense. You know, I mean, if you make 5,000, why not take maybe each 1,000 may take one more position? That gives you 5 more positions, and each of those positions are worth $25,000. Why not? Again, if you have to wait 6 months for them to get there, well, who cares? But you're going to get there. And the last thing that we are working on right now, and it's not been finalized, I mean, we have one party that we're looking at doing at the beginning of June. It's called the Wine, Cheese, and Financial Freedom Parties, where we invite other networkers, and the deal is they have to buy a financial freedom package and bring their people to the presentation, our presentation, and we'll have people in our team at that presentation with some friends in their homes watching our webinars. And then the person that brings their product or their affiliate product to us can show what they have, and we first show naturally our financial freedom packages. And the idea is our people looking at their products, and we show ours, meaning the financial freedom package, to them. And there will be lots of these packages sold. And eventually, if we can do that like 4 or 5 webinars during the week in North America and the same in Europe, you can imagine what kind of numbers that can create. No wonder we all be smiling down the road. Now, Rocket Cash Cycler has products. These products are phenomenal. X-Guy. Skyscraper. X-Guy is a system where you can, with one click of the button, send a message to all of your contacts. Skyscraper is a system where you can go in and look for networkers and scrape their Skype user IDs and then network with them, and at least send them a contact request and build your lists. And then there's a self-help audio book library of 177 titles. Huge value. You have Zig Ziglar, you have Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, all the big boys, and it's just it's the kind of thing is I've lived by Zig Ziglar for 30 years. It's my favorite motivator. And the value for $335, it's over $1,800. By the way, the actual rocket is $300. There's $315 if you buy it from Rocket Cash Cycler because of the costs, because you use STP or PESA. However, in our system we charge $335 because the extra $20, and it's only a one-time thing. You never, even future positions, you don't pay that again. Just a one-time thing to actually pay for our other systems that we have, like the inbound calling systems and the search engine optimization and social media optimization. So the Blue Rockets, let's have a look at it again. No sponsoring required. You choose the amount. $335 will give you $5,000 plus, 4 more positions. We say you'll get there about 60 plus days or sooner. $185 is a half rocket, meaning you share the 5,000 with 2 people. In the partner group side, we have also what we call a pod 4, where 4 people choose and share a rocket. Naturally, when they come in at $105, you have to wait until we have the other 3 people to fill that rocket, that pod. And then you'd share that, and each will get $12.50, and you will get that when you are going to cycle out of the 2x2, and it will be handled by the admin. And then the idea is buy yourself a full rocket from then, and then make the 5,000. However, we're trying to do is create a budget for everyone, so no one is left behind. Now the timing is about 60 plus days or sooner. However, it is not, if you're going to get there, to the $5,000 plus residually. It is only a matter of when. So we can't do it all alone, but we certainly can do it together. As Zig Ziglar says, if you help enough other people to get what what they want, you will get what you want. I love that saying. Thank you, and I will show you in a few minutes how you can actually join. I'll show you the landing pages and the websites, but this is the presentation as far as our proprietary build is, and it's exciting. Join us. It's a one-way ticket to some financial freedom for all of us. Thank you for listening. And there is also, ladies and gentlemen, a link under this video that you can click on and sign up. Just click on the link under this video and you can go to a landing page and sign up. Thank you.